Welcome back to the Angus Report. I'm joined here today with Bill Bowman and Scott Brown. We're discussing the quality-focused marketplace and what role that plays in the future as we continue to see our cow inventory decline and how that will play a role in building inventories in the future. Scott, talk to us about what we're seeing as far as those cow numbers and what you anticipate. We're
going to continue to see weather play a very important role in what's going on the herd rebuilding side. I certainly expect right now when we see the next cattle report, January of 2013, we could still be down slightly or flat in terms of beef cow inventories. It's going to take us a couple of years, 2 to 3 years really, to start seeing any kind of increase in the U.S. beef cow herd at this point in time.
What needs to take place for that to happen?
Well, we certainly need to continue to see more economic incentives for producers to be expanding. Feed costs are an important part of that, but getting producers as they think about rebuilding to focus on some of the premiums that are available to them is going to be important.
Talk about those premiums. How can producers really improve what they're producing and capture some of those premiums?
Yeah, if I look at the University of Missouri Thompson Research Center results, one of the things that just jumps out at me is that the percentage of steer mates from that herd that are grading prime is roughly 30%. In the nation today, we have about 3.5%, so a tenfold increase in prime grades out of those steer mates. That's adding easily $150 per animal to those steer mates coming out of Thompson Farm. So you certainly see a situation where the quality side has added substantial premiums to a producer's bottom line.
And in that vein of the Thompson Farm, Bill, are you seeing more producers that are paying attention to those type of carcass traits?
Yeah, I think as Scott mentioned, as those premiums for upper two-thirds choice and prime have continued to not only be maintained but really increase over time, we've seen a real focus on trying to select cattle that are gonna marble. I mean, that's the biggest determinant of whether those cattle are going to meet those quality grade specs, and selecting for bulls and genetics that will do that are very important. I think the interesting thing on the Thompson data is when you look at the generations of high quality genetics that are kind of stacked on top of one another is how predictable those genetics make producing that high quality product. It becomes very easy, really.
And as Scott noted, the premiums are out there for those predictable types of cattle. So, how do producers use some of the association tools that are available to increase that predictability?
Yeah, Crystal, I think as we look in terms of herd expansion, I think the opportunity to go out and select replacement females that we may know more about from a genetic standpoint is very important. New DNA technology like GeneMax that we're working with CAB provides an opportunity for producers to identify those heifers that they might put back into their herd that are going to produce those higher quality calves. Using bulls with predictable genetic predictions are going to be very, very usable tools to help them breed cattle with confidence that are going to meet some of these premiums.
Okay, when we return, we'll continue our discussion about those premiums and what role quality plays in the beef cattle business today.